Hello and welcome back to Networking for Introverts. Today is March 21st, 2024. I'm Sabrina Schottenhamel. I'm your host of the monthly call for Networking for Introverts. Angela, thank you so much for always being here with me. I appreciate you so much.
Aw, thank you. It's one of my favorite calls to be on, for sure.
Aw, thank you. Yeah, actually, before we hit record, we were talking about different ideas and different platforms that might be coming soon. So definitely stay tuned. Maybe a LinkedIn Live, maybe YouTube Live, who knows? Or somebody recommended I bring networking for introverts to Twitch. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, I want to jump right into our topic for today, which is stepping out in faith and how to use your voice. So I came up with several ways that I've been doing better at stepping out in my faith and sharing my voice and also helping other people. And let's see, I have seven topics that I want to cover, and I'll just dive in. So the first one that I wrote is sharing other people's posts or stories, or when you share something that maybe reminds you of someone else, tagging your friend either in the comments or in the post for that. Welcome, Jill. Thanks for being here. Hi. So we just started. We started a little bit late because we were chatting beforehand. So you're just on time. And we just went over the first topic, which is sharing other people's posts and stories. And I know you do this really well on LinkedIn, Jill. You have the hashtag Sunrise Around the World, and you encourage other people to use that hashtag or to send you pictures so that it helps other people to bring them joy in their life. Because I remember you talking about that, how it helped someone, I think it saved their life when you posted that during COVID. So just sharing, even just sharing an inspirational post can help someone's day. Or maybe even, just like Jill does, a sunrise or a sunset or something beautiful, a flower, whatever it might be. The second one that I want to talk about is sharing a small business to help them grow. And if you have your own business or if you know of someone that has their own business, it's really important to promote them or, use their services. And if you have used their services, definitely boast about them. You can share them on social media. You can give them a review, whether it's on social media or on Google or, whatever platform you decide to give them a review on. But it helps them grow because there's so many big companies out there that it's just, the I won't say names, but we all know the one that we use because we can order, and it's to our doorstep, sometimes same day. So using other businesses or using small businesses to help them grow, it it just helps it helps them to be inspired to continue going and growing, because if they're just going to the big guys, it doesn't do anything for us little guys. And like if you do have a business, then you understand the importance of utilizing each other's services, promoting and giving good reviews. The third one I want to talk about is teaming up with others or collaboration. I really enjoy collaborating with others. I think it was about a year ago it was probably March of last year. Or no, maybe it was started in February of last year of 23. I got this idea to collaborate with some other entrepreneurs that I really enjoy. And I was doing little mini interviews and I shared them on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn, and it was fun. And it's just a way to feature, it was a way, and it's still out there. So it's a way to feature my friends and their businesses. And also it can help maybe me too, but ultimately it was to help others and to collaborate with them and see how we can work well together. So, the other thing I wrote down about this is whether you're a business owner or not, or you have a project that you're working on, when you notice that you're weak in one area, find someone to collaborate that is strong in that area so that they can help you. And vice versa. If you are really strong in an area and you see someone else struggling, then why don't you collaborate with them and help them? So use each other's strengths and weaknesses to collaborate. I thought that was a really good one that came to mind because I I can sometimes and as entrepreneurs working alone, working at home, we can get into our heads, even as introverts, we get into our heads and those thoughts spiral out of control. And then we realize we just wasted all this time when we could have just asked for help. And this has been a huge eye opener for me the last couple of years is just when I am struggling, reach out to someone who I know is a good friend, a mentor that has the strengths or has been through something and ask for help. Because usually when you explain the situation that you're going through, they have a pretty good solution right away. And then you can thank them and complete your project instead of getting into those negative thoughts and wasting time. Collaborate. So that I think that one is one of my favorite ones here today. The next one is sending encouraging messages to someone that pops into your head. So whether you're doing a journal time, meditation time, prayer time, or you're just maybe doing your hair and someone's name pops into your head, step out in faith and send them a message, whether it's a silly picture of yourself, a video, an audio message, an inspirational quote, whatever it might be, share it. And if you can, obviously, if you're driving or if you're in the middle of an appointment, I think of a lot of people when I'm in the middle of a massage and I can't take my hands off of them and text someone. But I usually I usually say, please help me remember to text this person or these people when I get into the car or at some point today, because you brought them to mind for a reason and I need to reach out to them. Because as I mentioned in the beginning, Jill's hashtag of sharing the sunrise around the world saved someone. So you just never know when that person's name pops into your head, what they're going through. And if you can send an inspirational message or even just a smile or an emoji, it could just be a little heart or a smiley face that could turn their day around completely. So definitely don't discount thinking about someone. And if you are in a place where you're unable to text them or message them at the time or call them, say a prayer for them. Sometimes that's what I'll do too. If I can just pray for them and just give them a little lift up, they'll feel it for sure. The next one is this one is funny because I lately have been struggling to share little videos. And I want to share a little bit more on LinkedIn and TikTok and even Instagram. But if you're afraid of sharing videos of yourself talking, one of our own, Leslie, who isn't here today, she does a great job at this. She will take beautiful pictures of scenery or flowers or trees or whatever, and she will take that into a reel, put her audio on there with little either quotes or her audio will pop up on the screen. So you don't actually have to listen to it. You can just read it through. But that's a good way around feeling like you have to be made up all the time or look perfect or whatever it might be, is holding you back from sharing or posting. So what I did the last couple weeks is, because I was speaking last week at a live event, I recorded myself. I took some screenshots of of the presentation. I had someone else take other pictures too. And I just kept sharing those throughout the week with either words on them, or I would add some music to them and share them on my story. So that was the way that I got around actually having to do a video and talk, because for some reason I was just hung up on that. So I just said, okay, Sabrina, you need to promote your Networking for Introverts group. You need to post, you need to share, because it's going to help somebody. Just get over yourself and post something. And so, I was just posting these pictures with words on them, maybe some inspirational sounds or, songs that went with it. So that was the way that I got around it. And yes, I need to get over the fact that I it's not that I don't like the way I sound or look, it's just taking the time to actually do the video. I'm not sure what it is, but there's some kind of a hang up going on there. And then the last one is actually sharing our faith. You feel this so much, Angela? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. We've talked about sharing videos of you talking and stuff. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but we just have to get over it. But like I mentioned, there's ways around it. So if we feel silly that day and we just can't get over ourselves, post a picture of something beautiful and talk over it. Maybe that will help, or just put text on it if you can't even get yourself to talk. And then the last one is just sharing our faith. And it's really interesting how God aligns everything, because um, I usually will do my prayer time and meditation time in the morning, and I open up the Bible app and I go through the verse of the day. So it's usually a Bible verse, then a video, and then you read the little devotional, and then I go into a plan through the Bible app, and I do it with a friend. And yesterday and today's were aligned. And so I woke up kind of feeling a little off, maybe a little in a funk, but I knew to thank God, and then I knew to go straight to the Bible app because I knew that was going to help me to feel better. And exactly what I'm talking about here is stepping out in faith and sharing our faith when maybe someone asks about it. And that's exactly what it was today. So it's the verses 1 Peter 3:15. It says, "Instead you must worship Christ as the Lord of your life. And if someone asks about your hope as a believer, always be ready to explain it." And it's not to boast about it or to turn them into a believer if they're not. It's to just share the love that you have for God and the love that they see in you. They see a hope, they see the light in you. And if you are able to share that in words or in a verse form or however it is, share that with them, but not push it on them, it might inspire them to think about it. And it also says, I think in the next verse, to not come off as arrogant or pushy. It says to be very humble as we share. So it's really important to be humble as we share, to be compassionate and spread the love instead of just pushing it on someone. I think it was this past week. I was on a call and we were discussing a book because it was one of the book club discussions. And we were reading The Alchemist. And so like over the last month or so, we were reading it, and then we had our discussion on this past Tuesday. And our leader, she highlighted a bunch of quotes, and I don't remember the quote exactly, but it said something about when you see, it's like you can see the light in someone when they're a believer or they believe in God or something along those lines. And she thought of me when she read that. And so that's why she highlighted that quote. And I thought that was so nice of her, because like I said this morning, I was kind of feeling in a funk, and you don't always feel the best, or you don't feel like inspiring others. And but if you still carry that hope and that light in you, people can see it and feel it at all times. And it just it's just been ringing in my head for the last several days. Well, the last 2 days since she told me that. So I just wanted to mention that it's, when you really have the light in you, people can see it and feel it. Yeah, so that is what I want to cover. I want to hear from you ladies if you're up for sharing a little bit. Like anything that I shared, is there something that really stood out to you, or is there something else that can help me or others that watch the recording? We'll start with Angela.
All right, let me find unmute. This was so good, Sabrina. There's so many this is so thought-provoking too, like actionable things that we can do, which is awesome. I wanted to say too, like I never think to do this, but the idea of having pictures in a reel with our own like voiceover is so smart. And one of the best performing baton pass reels that we've ever had, it got way more views, way more likes than anything else, was exactly that. I don't know why. It just
Oh.
that one. So you're so right, but I never think to do it. So I love that like tip.
Mhm.
That's like given me courage. Um, but to collaborate and feature others, I think is so huge. Like we don't have all of the strengths to do all of the things that we want to do. And also someone is looking for an opportunity to utilize the gifts and the talents that they have. And so, like, our asking them is not just our asking them, it could be something that is really exciting for them and really they want to do. Like, sometimes I think we feel scared to ask them because we're
Yeah.
like, I don't want to, I don't want to burden anyone or something. But we have no idea. They might have been like, I'm so hungry to use this skill and I don't know where. So,
Mhm.
I'm reading this book called The Six Working Geniuses. And it talks about that every team, the best teams, have six types of, everybody has one or two types of geniuses that they are. And when you learn what kind of genius you are, you also learn the frustrations of that genius. And it is like like I'm realizing why certain things I toil so much in certain things, and then but it gave me like, okay, this is the genius that I need to find. And so like I was thinking of that as you were saying, like collaborate and feature others, is that who has who like operates in this and they love to do it and it's like toiling for me, but I can tap them in.
Yeah.
I just love that. So those were the couple things that just a couple things that I was like, that is so good. Um,
Super. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Jill, would you like to share? You're on mute.
Sometimes it's a good thing that I'm on mute.
You talking to yourself?
Well, as soon as I jumped on, the cat was meowing and the dog was
Oh,
barking, and it's like, and then I was thinking, I hope I'm not disturbing this meeting. And then I realized I was on mute. So,
yeah.
uh, one thing that stuck out to me that you said was you had a reoccurring thought to do something,
Mhm.
and you said you didn't know why. Is that true? Or I can't remember what you said, but I believe that the ideas that are put into our soul are from the Creator, prompting us every day to go in that direction.
Mhm.
And when we don't listen and we're like, oh, I have dishes to do, or whatever, then it deters us from our path.
Mhm.
The other day, while sharing on Facebook, and I was a little hesitant to share because, you don't want to share your problems, because that you want to be a positive motivation for others, right?
Yeah.
So, my mother died November 5th, and it's just been really hard.
Mm.
And it's been hard to do anything.
Yeah.
You just, yeah, and I'm sure everybody has had somebody that has passed away, and it's just a difficult thing when your mom dies.
Mm.
So, I was inspired to go for a walk, and how simple is that? But actually in Utah, it's, you know, especially in the wintertime, it's hot and cold and hot and cold. Well, that day was a nice day. So I told my dog, I said, let's go for a walk. So we went for a walk, and as I was walking in the sunshine, I just felt so much better. And the revelation came to me, just go outside, feel the sun.
Mm.
Stop being in yourself and go out. And, and so anyway, I shared that on Facebook, and I think I had 100 people like comment, because it's so, everybody can relate with that story. I
Yeah.
had somebody die, or I had an animal die, or so, and, just from that post telling people to go outside, or inspiring people to go outside, like you said, sharing a post with a video of yourself. I shared it, said this was a revelation, go outside, get some sun.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think we can definitely be positive motivation in others' lives when we listen to that spirit and we act on it.
Mm.
That's that one simple thing that I did probably motivated somebody that was depressed for some reason, winter, death, um, gaining weight during the winter. That's depressing.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, we can all be positive motivation and uplifting if we listen and we share.
Yeah.
So, and then another thing, one more thing is I was prompted, I'm on a podcast next week, and I've just been stressing because I've had a million things to do. And she asked for a bio. And I'm like, I don't have a bio. So I did what you said. I reached out to somebody in collaboration and had her write a bio, and it ended up being fabulous and just the perfect thing, right? So it was a win-win. Um, because I paid her. It was a win-win. And so I can attest to that one too, listening and reaching out and collaborating. I helped her, she helped me,
Mhm.
and I didn't have to do it all by myself.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one thing off your plate. Like, you said you have a million things going on. The death of your mom is kind of making you not want to do things, but reaching out to someone who has a strength in that, and then
Mhm.
supporting her business, giving her money, and then, yeah, takes something off your plate.
Yep.
That's amazing. I love that. Thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You
and
too.
the whole anytime I'm I get into those modes of, oh my gosh, I'm like hopeless mode or negative thinking. Going outside, even on a cloudy day. Yeah, it's harder to go out on cloudy days, but it just you breathe in the air, even if it's freezing cold or heavy hot and whatever it might be. It just it just changes your perspective, and it gets you out of your four walls. Yeah. You need to just change things because we just get in that mode, and then we think that's the only way out. But no, there's how about we get outside? Yeah, so good. Um, yeah, so I think that's all I have. If there's anything else you want to share, please go ahead and unmute and just pop in. And I will definitely have this recording put on YouTube, and I'll share it in our little Facebook chat. I don't have a Facebook group for introverts because I don't know if I'm able to support it enough. So I haven't created a group. So I just have this little chat, and I think I should probably add you to it on Facebook, Jill. But we have to, I think we
Love
still
that. Thank you.
have to connect. Yeah, we'll still have to connect on Facebook because I don't think we're friends on there yet. But I'll add you to the chat, and then I always post this on YouTube, and then I put the link into the chat. So if you want to watch the recording again or share it with someone, that would be amazing. Well, thank you, ladies, for being here today. I appreciate both of you.
Thanks
Anything
for
else?
having us, friends. This
Yeah,
was so
sure.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
And then
you.
Angela was mentioning before we hit record that introverts might face a little more fears than extroverts or whatever. So that might be our next topic, or even feeling lost as introverts. So
Yeah.
I will do a little praying and little investigation on what my next topic should be. But
Yeah.
next month in April, it'll still be on a Thursday, the third Thursday at 12 Central. And then in May, it'll be the third Wednesday at noon Central. And I was just trying to give people time to put it on their calendar. So we're going from Thursdays to Wednesdays, the third Wednesday at noon Central. And I'm hoping that it's a better time for everybody and we can grow the group.
Um,
Yeah. Well, ladies, you have a great day. And again, thank you so much for being here.
You
Bye.
too, friend. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.